From the Zane Scholars Arena, it's time for the Inter-University Battle of Brains. This is the 2009 Zane Africa Challenge. And now, here's the man with the question, Walimu John Simeon Kumu.
Hello and welcome to the Zane Africa Challenge 2009, Africa's international inter-university question and answer championship. This year, 32 teams have earned the right to compete through their national qualifying tournaments. They'll be answering questions on current affairs, science, sports, literature, history, geography, pop culture, and indeed more besides. This season, we welcome teams from West Africa. So our players have come from Ghana, Kenya, Malawi, Nigeria, Sierra Leone, Tanzania, Uganda, and Zambia. That makes 8. They're taking part in a 31-game knockout tournament. That is win and stay, lose and leave, but never empty-handed. Time once again for the introductions in this round 2 game. Entering from my right is the Zane Scholars team from Egerton University, Kenya.
Stephen Omondi, 4th year, Economics and Geography, Sierra.
Victor Mboga, 3rd year, Literature and Sociology, Nairobi.
Martha Mibei, 4th year, Water and Environmental Engineering, Nairobi.
And from my right, the Zane Scholars team from Busoga University, Uganda.
Welcome by 3rd year Education, Quisero, Kenya.
Charles Mwalimu, 3rd year law student, QSO, Kenya.
Cesar Kibore, 2nd year, Mass Communication, Nairobi, Kenya.
A very warm welcome to both our teams. This year, you and your universities will share over $1 million in individual, institutional, and travel grants. The outright winners will take away the prestigious Zane Scholars Trophy plus $5,000 each, plus $50,000 for their university, all courtesy of Zane. And if you're watching at home, we won't leave you out of the action, because you too can play and win the Zane game. A review of the rules. There'll be 3 rounds of face-off and bonus questions, followed by the final 60-second speed round that is the ultimate challenge. Each of you will take up the center position to answer face-off questions on your own without conferring. If you answer a face-off question correctly for 10 points, your whole team can help you to answer the bonus question for 20 points. First, in the center position for Egerton University, Kenya, is Stephen. Yeah. Stephen, you're an economist. What are your views on the current crunch?
To me, it's nothing new, because similar economic failures have occurred in the past. Like in the 1930s, you had the Great Depression, and there's hope now, because at that time, the leaders of the day stood strong. We had Franklin Roosevelt in the United States, who rescued the economy by instituting the New Deal policies. So I can assure those who are watching that there's hope, if and only if the government stand up strong, like it happened that time.
I like people who promise us hope. We're turning to Walter from Busoga University, Uganda. You are a student of literature. You write, you're interested in writing. What are you going to do when you leave university?
I'm going to join the publishing industry. The reasons why I think the publishing industry needs some attention is because that the writers, the young will-be writers, don't get so much attention from the publishers. So they kind of went away, and they don't get the attention they deserve. So they end up not publishing what they wanted to publish.
I hope you sort out that situation and you sort out a choice of category for your team. You won the toss. Let's have a look at our first 4 categories. And they are farming, exports and imports. Next question, on the money, rocketry and spaceflight.
Farming, exports and imports.
It is. South Africa spends more on importing which paddy-grown grain than on any other agricultural product? Egerton?
Rice.
Is correct for 20 bonus points, 10 points apiece. South Africa's top 2 revenue-generating agricultural exports are 1. Which alcoholic beverage?
Beer.
Beer.
No, the correct answer is wine. 2. Which fruit used to make that beverage?
Grapes.
That is correct for 10 points, bringing your total to 20. Stephen, choice of category, please.
Farming exports and imports.
It is. Which grain used in bread is Nigeria's top agricultural import by value? Busoga?
Yeast.
No, I'm turning it over to Egerton.
Wheat.
Is correct for 20 bonus points, 10 points apiece. Besides cocoa, Nigeria's top 3 agricultural exports are which type of natural latex and which plant fiber?
Rubber.
Is correct.
Cotton.
Is correct. For 20 points, bringing your total to 50. Stephen, choice of category, please.
Rocket and space flight.
It is. Biometry, optometry, telemetry. Which is scientific data transmitted from a spacecraft back to Earth? Egerton?
Telemetry.
Is correct for 20 bonus points, 10 points apiece. Which 2 one-syllable words name the layer of material on a spacecraft designed to withstand high temperatures upon re-entry?
Pass.
The correct answer is shields or tiles. Stephen, choice of category, please.
On the money.
On the money it is. A stylish sawfish, a symbol of the Akan people, is on which currency of 8 West African nations? Busoga?
Francs.
More, please.
Francs.
Which type of franc?
Senegalese francs.
No, I'm turning it over to Egerton University.
CFA franc.
That is correct. For 20 bonus points, 5 points apiece. Niger and Côte d'Ivoire are 2 of the 8 nations using the West African CFA franc. Name any 4 of the other 6.
Senegal.
Yes?
Mali.
Time's up. We had a choice between Benin, Burkina Faso, Guinea-Bissau, Mali, Senegal and Togo. You now have 75 points. Stephen, choice of category, please.
Farming exports and imports.
It is. Sunflower, palm, soybean. Which oil is one of Tanzania's top imports? Busoga?
Sunflower.
No, I'm turning it over to Egerton.
Palm.
That is correct. And that lightning sound means that you, Stephen, get to play the Zane Super Bonus question of the day for 30 points rather than the usual 20. It's in a special category, which today is African flags. Please look at your screen. For 5 points apiece, of these flags of West African nations, which belongs to one Senegal?
B.
No. The correct answer is A. 2. Burkina Faso.
D.
That is correct. And 3. Morocco.
C.
That is correct, giving you 20 points and a total of 105. Stephen, choice of category, please.
Rocket and spacecraft.
It is. Which R prefix for a rocket that reduces the speed of a spacecraft is also used for fashions from an earlier time? The correct answer is retro. End of round 1. Busoga University, Uganda, you've got everything to play for at this stage. Egerton University, 105 points. And now, a wonderful word from our sponsors, Zane.
Zane recognizes the importance of working closely with communities across Africa in the Build Our Nation program. In Ghana, Zane supports the importance of early schooling and gives book donations to primary schools. In Kenya, by supporting education for autistic children, Zane supports the need for a suitable environment for children with special needs. In Malawi, Zane supports cultural initiatives and the health sector by donating much-needed supplies. Zane also supports communities in Nigeria by providing safe and accessible water. In Sierra Leone, Zane is at the forefront of making food donations to communities. In Tanzania, Zane supports education by providing books for classroom use. Zane also supports the fight against HIV and is supporting orphan children in Uganda. Zane is committed to education and in Zambia funds a refurbishment and furnishing of school facilities. Zane, building our nation for a wonderful world.
That was a wonderful word from our sponsors, Zane. Onwards, onwards with our game, round 2. Busoga University, Uganda have indeed everything to play for against Egerton University's 105. We have 2 new face-off players in centre position. Martha, for Egerton University. You're studying, I do believe, water engineering. What are you going to do to change the world with those skills?
Well, water is life, and in Africa we have a problem. Most people don't have access to clean water, and I'd like to go into water resources just to find ways of ensuring that most of the population has access to safe and clean water.
A noble goal indeed. From Busoga University we have Charles. Charles is studying to become a lawyer. There are very many branches of the law. Have you decided which one you would like to pursue?
Yeah, constitutional law. Because in Africa we have a problem with constitutionalism and constitutional development. Going by the recent happenings in Africa, I find that our African political leaders are using the constitution at the expense of the common wananchi. So we better come up with something about constitution to make it more viable in our societies.
Well, wananchi, for those of us who don't understand, is a word for people in the part of the world that you come from. And I wish you the best of luck in changing society. For the moment, choose a category. Have a look at our 4 new categories, and they are African independence, an artist's life, awards and award winners, under the microscope.
African independence.
It is. Idris I was the first king of which newly independent North African nation in 1951? Egerton?
Egypt?
No, I'm turning it over to Busoga.
Libya.
Is correct for 20 bonus points, 10 points apiece. 1. Idris I was overthrown in 1969 by the army under whose leadership?
Muammar Gaddafi.
That is correct. 2. Which military rank does he still hold after all this time?
Colonel.
That is correct for 20 points, putting you on the scoreboard with 30. Choice of category, please.
African independence.
It is. Mwambutsa IV was the leader of which African nation when it gained independence in 1962? Busoga?
Swaziland.
No, I'm turning it over to Egerton.
Burundi?
Is correct for 20 bonus points. From 1962 to 1966, King Mwambutsa IV led which type of monarchy, which guaranteed rights for citizens?
Constitutional.
Is correct for 20 points, bringing your total to 135. Martha, choice of category, please.
Under the microscope?
It is. Which single-celled fungus is used to ferment sugar and to cause bread to rise? Busoga?
Yeast.
Is correct for 20 bonus points, 10 points apiece. Carbon dioxide, ethanol, peroxide, water. Which two are created during yeast fermentation?
Carbon dioxide and ethanol.
That is correct for 20 points, bringing your total to 60 against Egerton's 135. Charles, choice of category, please.
African independence.
It is. Of the 6 African nations on the equator, which former British colony became independent last in 1963? Egerton?
Kenya?
Is correct for 20 bonus points. Of the 5 African nations on the prime meridian, which former British colony was the first to gain independence?
Ghana?
Is correct for 20 points, bringing your total to 165. Martha, choice of category, please.
Awards and award winners?
It is. In July 2008, the US finally removed which Nobel Peace Prize winning African from its terrorism watch list? Egerton?
Nelson Mandela?
That is correct for 20 bonus points, 10 points apiece. Which other Nobel Peace Prize winner was a US civil rights leader in the 1960s?
Martin Luther King Jr.
That is correct. And 2, has spent many years under house arrest in Myanmar.
Aung San Suu Kyi.
That is correct for 20 points, bringing your total to 195. Martha, choice of category, please.
An artist's life?
It is. The M in Nairobi's NMK names which type of institution that displays great works? Egerton?
Museum?
That is correct for 20 bonus points, 10 points apiece. Gendarme, docent, curator, boule. 1, which is primarily a guide who teaches museum guests?
Gendarme?
No, the correct answer is docent. 2, which is a caretaker of a museum's exhibits and collections?
Curator?
Is correct for 10 points. Martha, choice of category, please.
An artist's life?
It is. Which T term names a medium for one who creates, knits, weaves, and prints for fabrics? Egerton?
Tapestry?
Now I'm turning it over to Busoga. The correct answer is textile designer. End of round 2. The score stands at 60 points for Busoga University against 215 for Egerton University. We'll be back to take more of the Zain Africa Challenge. Stay with us after this break. Tonight, in a wonderful world, know more about it. The question is, which African nation has come closest to winning the FIFA World Cup? In 1990, led by 38-year-old Roger Millar, Cameroon defeated the world champions Argentina on the way to the round of 8. Their hotly contested quarter-final match against England was decided in extra time by a penalty kick in the 105th minute. In 2002, Senegal matched Cameroon's achievement, defeating the world champions France before losing to Turkey 1-0 in extra time of their quarter-final. Senegal's Al Hadj Diouf was named one of that tournament's top 10 players. With a little luck and a lot of hard work, Africa's best showing yet will come next year at the 2010 World Cup. As always, email me at mwalimu@zaneafricachallenge.com with a topic which you'd like us to cover. Welcome back. This is the moment to acknowledge our educational partners, the ministries of education in the competing countries, and all the participating universities themselves. Thank you very much for your support. Onwards, round 3. The score stands at 60 points for Busoga University against 215 for Egerton University. 2 new players in centre position. For Egerton, we have Victor. I know for a fact that as a student of literature and sociology, you wish to become a journalist. True. Is there a journalist who has influenced your life most thus far?
Mohammed Amin, most definitely.
Tell me more.
Mohammed Amin, for those who don't know him, was a Kenyan journalist who unfortunately passed away in '96 in a plane crash. He helped notify the world about the Ethiopian famine that occurred in the 1980s, and this eventually led to groups of countries organizing aid and therefore helping out the Ethiopians who are undergoing the problems.
Using journalism as a tool to help solve the problems of the world.
Yeah, I'd like to emulate him as a person and also as a mentor. Thank you.
Very good. We have Caesar from Busoga University. Caesar, you're a student of mass communications. Can you tell us how you hope to influence events in the world?
Yeah, take upon the role of informing the media. I'll make sure information reaches the masses in due time. There's also this problem of the media freedom. I'll make sure that they enact laws that do not curtail media freedom.
Don't want to curtail media freedom. Well, for now, you have the freedom to choose a category. Have a look at our 4 new categories, and they are artistic terms, it can make you mad, let's go Germany, plant matters.
Let's go Germany.
It is the head of the German government bears which title more commonly used by a head of university? Busoga?
Chancellor.
Is correct for 20 bonus points, 10 points apiece. Germany borders which 2 seas? One in the northeast and one in the northwest.
The Adriatic Sea?
No.
The Baltic Sea.
The Baltic Sea is correct for 10 points, giving you a total of 80. Caesar, choice of category, please.
Let's go Germany.
It is. Germany's largest export partner is which neighbour with which it fought wars in 1870, 1914 and 1939? Egerton?
France.
Is correct for 20 bonus points, 10 points apiece. Burner, counter, engine, rocket. Which device was developed by the German scientist Hans Geiger?
Counter.
That is correct. 2, Robert Bunsen.
Banner.
That is correct for 20 points, giving you a total of 245. Victor, choice of category, please.
Artistic terms.
It is. Children, flowers, city streets. Which is most likely to be the subject of a still life painting? Egerton?
Flowers.
That is correct for 20 bonus points, 10 points apiece. 1. Which P term is a painting of a person?
Portrait.
Is correct. 2. Which A type of painting does not show objects realistically?
Abstract.
That is correct for 20 points, bringing your total to 275. Victor, choice of category, please.
Artistic terms.
Artistic terms it is. To gild something is to cover it with a thin layer of which substance? Egerton?
Gold.
That is correct for 20 bonus points, 10 points apiece. 1. Lost blank is an ancient method for casting molds for bronze statues?
Cast.
No, the correct answer is wax. 2. Small pieces of colored stone or glass make up a blank.
Mosaic.
That is correct for 10 points, giving you a total of 295. Victor, choice of category, please.
Artistic terms.
It is tempera, fresco, collage, which is a method of painting with watercolors applied on freshly plastered surfaces. Egerton?
Fresco.
Is correct for 20 bonus points. Which first man is featured in Michelangelo's fresco on the ceiling of the Sistine Chapel, The Creation of Blank?
Adam.
That is correct for 20 points, bringing your total to 325. Victor, choice of category, please.
Artistic terms.
It is. Which C word is both a surface on which to paint and cloth used to make sails? Egerton?
Canvas.
Is correct for 20 bonus points. The word canvas originates from the Latin cannabis, also a type of which H name for a fibrous plant?
Hemp.
Is correct for 20 points. End of round 3. The score stands at 80 for Busoga University against 355 for Egerton University. We'll be back to play the ultimate challenge when either team has its last chance to win. But first, here's your chance to play and win the Zane game.
This SMS game is open to Zane customers only. The first correct player wins a Zane USB data card with 1,000 Naira airtime. The second correct player wins a 4 GB iPod. The third correct player wins a 2 GB iPod. The fourth and fifth correct players win vouchers for Zane airtime worth 3,000 Naira. The question for today is, the Mandara Mountains are on Nigeria's border with which country? Is it A, Benin, B, Niger, or C, Cameroon? SMS your answer to 33996. Choose A for Benin, B, Niger, or C, Cameroon. SMS your answer to 33996. Winners will be called and advised on how to collect their prizes.
Happy playing, everybody. And now for the ultimate challenge. One last chance for each of the teams to win. You've got 60 seconds to answer 10 questions as a team in the category of your choice. Speed is of the essence. You can answer or pass on any question. Every correct answer is worth 50 points. If you answer all 10 correctly, each of you will win an extra $500 in cash. The score stands at 80 for Busoga University against 355 for Egerton University. But it's still anyone's game because the ultimate challenge is worth 500 points. Busoga University, you're behind, so you play first. Remember, the ultimate challenge is the ultimate choice. Let's have a look at our 4 final categories, and they are Sights of West Africa, Shakespearean Quotations, G Things, Kanye West.
G things. G things.
G Things it is. Take a deep breath, gentlemen. Which person, place, or thing beginning with the letter G and seconds away is a threat from a dog?
Pass.
Is the country drained by the Ogue River?
Gabon. Gabon.
Yes. Falls 2 meters to the ground as it is born?
Pass. Giraffe.
Is a type of conflict named from the Spanish for little war?
Pass.
Was an early 20th century back to Africa Jamaican leader?
Gavi.
Gavi.
Yes. Is Cote d'Ivoire's current president?
Gabo.
Gabo.
Yes. Is fabled for her nude protest ride through Coventry, England?
Pass.
Is called lead when found inside a pencil?
Graphite.
Yes. Is a British colony famous for its Barbary apes?
Grenada.
No. Is a word from the Arabic for a grave-robbing evil spirit?
Genie.
No. Is a threat from a dog?
Pass.
Falls 2 meters to the ground as it is born?
Giraffe.
That is correct. Is a type of conflict named from the Spanish for little war? Time's up. You answered 5 questions correctly. giving you 250 points in the ultimate challenge and a grand total of 330. Let's see the ones you got wrong. Threat from a dog, growl.
Okay.
Type of conflict, guerrilla war. Nude protester, Lady Godiva. Barbary apes, Gibraltar. And finally, grave robbing evil spirit, ghoul. Egerton University, you have 355 points. And the thing to play for in this round is to answer all 10 questions correctly so that you leave with $500 in cash as an extra incentive. Of the 3 remaining categories, which might you choose?
Sites of West Africa.
Sites of West Africa it is. Take a deep breath, lady and gentlemen. Which West African nation is home to these landmarks or cities? And seconds away, the Temple of Servants in Ouida and
Benin.
Yes. The Mosque of Touba and the Teranga Hotel.
Senegal.
Yes. The Bank d'Agade of the Atlantic and the Tagan Plateau.
Mali.
No. Tokyo and Lumley Beaches and Sherbro Island.
Pass.
The Bamboum Royal Palace in
Cameroon.
Yes. Bobo Dioulasso and the Gorongoron.
Senegal.
No. Sapo National Park and the Port City Buchanan.
Pass.
The Air Mountains and the Sultan's Palace in Zinda.
Mali.
No. Amilcar Cabral Museum and Jarviera Islands.
Guinea-Bissau.
Yes. Lekki Lagoon, Victoria Island and the
Nigeria.
Yes. The Bondaga on the Atlantic and the Tagan Plateau.
Senegal.
No. Tokyo and Lumley Beaches and Sherbro Island.
Pass.
Bobo Dioulasso and Gorom Market.
Gambia.
No. Sapo National Park and the Port City Buchanan.
Nigeria.
No. The Air Mountains and the Sultan's Palace in Zinda.
Pass.
The Bondaga on the Atlantic and the Tagan Plateau. Time's up. You also answered 5 questions correctly, giving you a total of 250 in the ultimate challenge, but with a total of 605 points, Egerton University, Kenya, is the winner of today's Zain Africa Challenge. Let's take a look at the 5 that you got wrong. The Tagan Plateau in Mauritania, Tokyo and Lumley Beaches in Sierra Leone, Bobo Dioulasso in Burkina Faso, Sapo National Park in Liberia, and finally the Air Mountains in Niger. Busoga University, we just have to say that today wasn't your lucky day. You're a strong team to have got this far. We have to say goodbye to you. You'll be taking away $1,000 each, plus $10,000 as an institutional grant for your university. Egerton University, Hongera, Pongezi, well done, well won. We look forward to seeing you in the quarterfinals. You're still in the running to take away the prestigious Zain Scholars Trophy and, as outright winners, $5,000 each and $50,000 for your university, all courtesy of Zain. In our next game, Moi University Kenya takes on the University of Zambia in the international inter-university battle of brains that is the Zain Africa Challenge. Do join us again. From all of us here, it's bye-bye till next time.